Hey broskies, it's Sona, welcome back to my channel. I hope your day is going fantastic so far. And even though it just started, it really does seem like 2021 so far has already been absolutely crazy. And I think it really just makes a lot of people realize, just because a new year starts, it doesn't mean that all of your problems are automatically gonna go away. Crazy stuff is still gonna happen. And the world can still be a huge mess. Which means that crazy stuff is still definitely happening in the Roblox community, especially recently. Because if something didn't happen, I wouldn't be making this video. So as some of you may know, a few months ago I did make a video talking about how there was this Karen on Twitter who made a post basically telling people that Roblox is not safe for kids and no one should let their children play Roblox. And the post ended up going viral, not only because the replies to this post were absolutely ridiculous, but also because a lot of people in the Roblox community were really quick to see that it was clear that this woman had barely any knowledge of Roblox whatsoever and how it worked. And even though I thought it was stupid, I also thought it was completely hilarious at the same time, so I made a video talking about how she was clearly fear-mongering and had no idea what she was talking about, and then she blocked me on Twitter. Because, you know, why listen to what others have to say? That's overrated. We don't listen to people anymore. Opinions don't exist, and neither does critique and criticism. However, Roblox has also been talked about in news articles as well as been on the news itself, where people talked about how Roblox is quote-unquote not safe for kids and just in general, you should not let your child near it. And yes, while I agree, some points are valid, a lot of the points also are kind of ridiculous, and again, it just really seems like they don't really fully know what they're talking about. And yep, you guessed it, the topic of Roblox being unsafe for kids has yet again been brought up, but this time it was talked about by the literal government of Guatemala on Twitter. Guatemala is like a country, by the way, but anyways, yeah, Guatemala's government on Twitter actually made a post basically talking about how Roblox can potentially be unsafe for kids. In the post, they basically talk about how criminals and people with bad intent towards children can use Roblox and other things, and I was at first going to make a video just talking about this post alone. However, let's face it, we already know that there's so many news articles as well as just other people who talk about Roblox being dangerous. It's really nothing new, so this post, it isn't really that surprising to me. So instead of talking about this specific post, I just want to talk about it in general, give my view, and just look at the picture as a whole. So in this video, we're going to be talking about, is Roblox actually safe for kids? So as I said before, there have been many cases of people talking about how Roblox can potentially be dangerous for kids and things can happen. Yes, that is definitely possible. I'm definitely not dismissing that. It is 100% possible. You know, there's dangerous people online, like literally everywhere. It's not just Roblox, but in general, you're never going to be able to get rid of all of the creeps online. That's kind of just how it works. So like I said, it's definitely possible for kids to encounter those creeps on Roblox as well. And yes, while that happening is pretty unlikely, parents still have every right to be worried about their children. However, I think there's a lot of things that people really forget to think about when they're spewing out, "Oh my god, Roblox is so unsafe for kids, my child is never going to play Roblox." Or rather, not forget about, but really just don't look into, because I feel like a lot of people who say Roblox is too dangerous for kids, I feel like they just don't look into it and they have no idea what they're talking about. Because let's face it, while Roblox moderation can be pretty crappy at times, when it comes to protecting kids' privacy and stuff online, I think Roblox actually does a really good job, and here's why. So first, Roblox chat filter is actually insane. Like, if you want to have a normal conversation, I'm sorry, that's not going to happen, because majority of the time you're going to find out most of what you say is probably going to be hashtags. There's just so many words that you can't say on Roblox, and a lot of the time even regular words are censored, never mind bad words. So like, if you're worried about your kid talking to some creep in a Roblox game or something, if they want to talk about something like inappropriate or whatever, it's gonna be really hard for them to do that because Roblox's chat filter is so strong. Yes, there is people that bypass, but in general, it's highly unlikely. You'd have to do some serious gymnastics to get there. Roblox also censors numbers most of the time, and it's also really hard to like say your address or something. That will almost always be censored as well. Names are also usually censored if they're said in chat, so it's also very hard to give out like personal information. You also can't send pictures on chat or anything, so you can't show your face or whatever even if you wanted to. Roblox does not have that option. Also, one thing that I just want to see real quick that I really think people should think about more is that I'm pretty sure most instances where kids do somehow get into a situation where they talk to creeps and stuff and bad stuff actually is able to happen. I'm just gonna say right now, the way that this is most likely to happen is if they use a third-party platform aside from Roblox. Because as I said, since Roblox has a really heavy chat filter to the point where you can barely say anything inappropriate, you know, it's honestly pretty safe. However, not every single platform that your child may use has these restrictions and has these safety precautions. For example, places like Twitter, places like Instagram, you know, Discord even, it is way more likely for creeps to approach you and have bad and unsafe conversations. So even though Roblox has heavy chat filters, if they were to move to a third-party platform, those filters will no longer be in place. However, Roblox is still not responsible for that, as that is no longer the platform of Roblox that they're talking on, because it is now a different platform. Do you see what I'm saying? So just know, if this stuff is taken to like Discord or something, Roblox is not responsible for it. They even censor these social media names, making it really hard for people to exchange their profiles or whatever so that they can add each other on there. Because I can't even say Discord or Twitter or anything like that on Roblox, but if they somehow bring the conversation to that platform, it is not Roblox's fault. So I really think that instead of blaming Roblox for that, you should just moderate your kid and make sure that they don't use those platforms, or if they do, which I don't really think they should be doing anyway, check all of their conversations, you know, like make sure they're not talking to some creep or whatever, because it's not Roblox's fault that they're doing that. Roblox already does everything that they can on their own platform. However, they still can't prevent stuff happening on other platforms, because to put it simply, again, it's not their platform, and they are not responsible for what happens on the other platform. I hope I got that across well. So all of this stuff I just mentioned, it's very hard to get past, but if you are still worried about your child getting in some danger, and you still think Roblox is too dangerous and your child still shouldn't play it because of that, there are also quite a few things that you can do to take action yourself as the parent to prevent these things from happening even more. First off, moderate your kids and what they're doing. I know that's a common thing, I'm just putting that out there real quick. Moderate your kids, even if you think they're super safe. It's always good to know what your kids are doing online anyway. That one's the more obvious answer, but there are still things that you can do besides that. So for example, let's say your child is under 13. When you make their account and you make it so that their age is under 13, privacy mode will automatically be enabled, meaning that your child can only talk to people who are in their friends list. There will not be an option to talk to people who are outside of your friends list in messages. They also cannot change that, because once you make your account under 13, you cannot reverse it. However, if you don't want your child to talk to people not only inside of chat that they don't know, but also inside game, you can also make it so that they actually cannot talk to anyone outside of their friends list while they're playing as well, by simply going to settings and choosing who can chat with me and then saying only friends. And then if you want to go a step further to the extreme mode, you can make it so that your child cannot talk to a single person on Roblox. In messages in game, you can make it so that they cannot talk to anyone. Completely just disable chat. And boom, then your kid won't be able to talk to a single person. They may not make any friends and they'll be lonely, but at least they're safe. But even if you take all of these precautions that I just said, you should still moderate what your kid is doing, because that is your responsibility as a parent. Because this is the internet. The internet can be pretty weird, and if you choose to let your kid go on it, you can't expect everything to be puppy and rainbows for them without you putting in a little bit of work as well. With this video, I'm definitely not saying that Roblox is perfect or anything. You know, Roblox is such a huge platform. They get millions and millions of players all the time, but I really think with this particular thing, they are doing their best. So in general, do I think that Roblox is an unsafe place for kids? I mean, technically it's possible, it can be, but there's so many things that Roblox does to keep its player base safe, as well as things that you can do personally to prevent bad things from happening. Roblox's heavy chat filter makes it extremely hard for you to have any type of dangerous or inappropriate conversation. There are so many privacy and safety settings that you can choose to make your child's experience more safe, such as making it so that they can only talk to their friends in chat. And if you're still afraid of that, and if you don't want your child talking to a single person, you can completely disable chat as a whole so that they cannot talk to any stranger. So yeah, in general, I just really don't think Roblox gets enough credit for how much they actually do to protect their users when it comes to this kind of stuff. I mean, to be honest, Roblox is already pretty safe without you having to do anything as an individual, but it's still your responsibility, again, as a parent, to moderate your child, make sure that they're safe, and make sure that they're not doing any weird stuff online. Because in the end, Roblox is not the parent of your child. You are the parent of your child. I personally think Roblox does their part as it is, so you need to do your part too, instead of just, blaming all of your problems on Roblox. Because if you're letting your kid on the internet, don't expect everything to be puppies and rainbows. So yeah guys, what do you think of this video? What do you think of the points I made in this video? Do you think Roblox is safe? Do you think Roblox is unsafe? Do you think Roblox could do more to protect their player base? As always, let me know what you think in the comments, and with that, I'll see all you broskies in the next video. Bye!